Yeah. Here we have Josh Rodriguez, top 16 at this year's Oceanics, playing Sprite for high. Oh, no, not for hire. Not live twin. Sprite Melfy. Okay.
Yep.
Go into the profile.
Yeah, so it was pretty standard, honestly. Just the obviously you go for the 3 blues.
Yep.
Go 3 jets, because if you're playing anything less, then you probably can't afford them or something. The thing where I differed from what a lot of other people are doing is I'm playing 2 of each of red and carrot.
Yep.
The reason being is in the grind you always want to have one of these in rotation. You can't get them back with Elf, unfortunately. Rest in heaven. So having this available with starter or just in the grind game to add off blue is just really helpful. There's also times where you want to end on carrot when going first game 2-3 because people side in board breakers like Dark Hole. So if they do stuff like activate Dark Ruler and then go into battle phase, you can activate your second starter, summon the second carrot, which I don't believe came up at the actual event, but it did come up in Wintermat. Did lose that though, unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
And something that I'm playing because I just like the card is Pixies. I feel like I think the attack boost came up exactly once, but it's more so just a free extend. Like, worst comes to worst, you normal summon a Sprite, special summon this guy, and then you just go full combo from there.
Yeah. When I used to play like pure Sprites, it comes up a lot to make Gin Buster as well.
Yeah, but we don't play Gin Buster in this list anymore.
Oh, okay.
Then we've got the 3 Beavers, Beaver Time, favorite movie.
Yeah.
Obviously, you play 3. I see 2 of them in my hand far too often. 2 Anglers, just a dump off thing. You can also actually decent discard with the Nightmares, which you'll see coming up eventually. Also, got to borrow these last second from yours truly. One I ended up buying, but it's the Evil Hero Infernal Prodigy. Quite literally just a free special summon going first or second, because there are a lot of times where your opponent will have 2 forms of removal. So if just managing to stick that last card on field is what will essentially make the game for you. I do need to get a second one, so just wait on that. And personally, my favorite special summon of Gigantic, Hyperia. The amount of times I normal summon Hyperia as well and just top deck Jet or something is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I saw that in your top 16 game.
It's awesome.
No, top 32.
Yeah. Then there was also the Melfys.
Yeah.
1 caddy, 1 penny. I want to play more, but it's just not worth it. These 2, honestly, just absolutely insane for the deck.
Caddy is a crazy card. Like, just the way it just like interacts with the decks in this format is crazy.
Yeah, like I can't believe we weren't playing this before because we were so tunnel vision onto Toad.
Yeah.
Like, definitely should have experimented trying out both of the engines. Yeah. Make Herald,
yeah, like making Herald against like tier would have been like pretty nice. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now that's it for the engine stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the monster engines. We play 3 Ash Blossom, just the most generic hand trap in the game. Probably not the best, but I figured going into this, I want to have Ash Blossoms available, and since they're as generic as they are, you can just play them regardless.
Yeah.
This was a bit stupid. I still don't know how to feel about Ghost Balls. It's a similar situation in which I wanted access to Ghost Balls in case I come up against something like Labyrinth or Branded, but I just did not have room in the side. Like, at one point, these were triple tack, but triple tack isn't fantastic right now. Going second, obviously, it's insane, but going first, people aren't on many hand traps.
Yeah.
So, like, it did actually come up against Kashtira a few times, weirdly enough, and also came up against Dragon Link twice.
Yeah.
Then just the 2 Fenrir's, because you don't want only 2 because you don't want to play too many of the empty board special summons. Like, if you're playing 3 Fenrir's and 2 of these, you just end up bricking, unfortunately. So 2 of each is fine.
Yeah.
That's it for the monsters. Moving on to the spells. Book of Moon, absolutely insane card this format. Literally worst case scenario, it forces out a negate going second, or gets rid of a interruption going second. And best case scenario, you literally end your opponent's turn. Book of Moon on a Sprite monster can end the turn. Book of Moon on a Kashtira monster also just ends the turn. So fantastic. And I actually used the Book of Moon on my own Gigantic a couple of times to make sure it dodges Imperm. And one time it also helped me I get my carrot live again after it got Dark Ruler, so I don't lose to evenly matched. Which we had to call a judge for because it was a weird ruling. But Flute players traumatized me enough for me to remember that. Enemy controller, absolutely love this card. I want to play 3, I just did not have the room. Just
Shut up, you didn't top.
just like stealing your opponent's monster to make a really anything, because the thing with Sprite is it's really good at utilizing monsters that are stolen by Change of Heart, Triple Attack, and Enemy Controller.
Yep.
Because you can either make Zeus or use that monster to go into full combo on top of it.
Yep.
So absolutely insane. We got the 2 starters because it's at 2, unfortunately. I wish it was at 3. It would be very nice if it was.
Yep.
1 Smashers, 1 Gamma Burst. I genuinely believe that Gamma Burst is the best Sprite card in the entire game. I would not win the majority of my matches if not for this just ending the game completely.
I
So much
agree.
earlier.
This game won me so many games when I was playing it at YCS. It's just if you can just hand trap them once or twice and then they end on sort of subpar board and then you just summon Blue Jet Gamma Burst, it's game.
Exactly. It's just quick and easy. Don't have to think. Don't have to worry.
Yep.
All done. That's it for the spells. Unfortunately, it's fairly low spell count. I wanted to play more, but I can't justify playing 3 Triple Attack, 1 Change of Heart, 1 Mind Control, and 3 Enemy Controller. Unfortunately, not in this format. It's something that I did during YCS Sydney, which was Itch tier format, and it was so much more fun that way. And the traps is just 3 Imperm.
Yeah, good old Imperm.
Yeah, good old Imperm. That's really insane. No double cross. The reason I'm not on double cross at all is because I felt like 90% of the time I'm adding starter specifically off of Jet because I want the follow-up because we don't have Elf anymore. So if I'm never even searching Smashers, there's even less situations where I'm gonna be searching double cross.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't.
I guess yeah.
Into the extra, we played a fairly low link count. 2 Sprint because I do feel like it would come up in the grind, and it actually did. So just getting a non-level 2 monster and a level 2 monster or rank 2 monster, and just linking it into Sprint in the grind gets me into a big gigantic for follow-up plays.
Yep.
One of each of these 2 nightmares, the Link 2 nightmares, I've seen a lot of people argue for Azalea. Personally, I don't believe Azalea is the right call for this deck at the moment, at least. You're only playing around 8, this list is only playing 8 dark monsters in the main, no light monsters obviously. So you're not going to have access to it all the time. Sometimes it kills itself when it uses its effect. And using these just to discard that Wayward Angler in your hand, turning it into functionally a Sprint is absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Just makes hand so much better. I'll have Nimble Beaver and an Angler in hand going second. I'll summon the Beaver, summon Angler from deck, link off into one of these, force out an interruption in the back row, or force out an interruption from the monster, and then use the Angler to just combo off from there. And last but not least, just 1 Dark. Honestly, not sure how to feel about him. I think I summoned him once throughout the entire event in a Sprite against Furhire Runic Sprite. I ended up losing that match, unfortunately. But yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe replace this with something else going forward, but I honestly don't know what.
Yeah, it's sort of one of those cards. Sometimes you can just summon an Arise Heart, make a big ass Zeus, but it's summon a blue and win from it. But it's just
get weird getting into that situation.
Yeah.
That's it for the Link monsters. Onto the XCs. 2 gigantic. 3 obviously is too much, and you need more than 1 for grinder your games. And
maybe the Dark could be the 3rd gigantic.
Yeah, functionally speaking, but that's only if you're against Sprite Mirror specifically.
Yeah.
Because if Dark could reborn your own Dark monsters, this card would be insane. Yeah. The best Sprite card in the extra deck, Melfy of the Forest.
Yeah, this is what makes Caddy so broken.
It's absolutely insane. The 3 card end board of Sprint, Forest, and Caddy is just. If Kashtira doesn't draw literally every extender in their engine or non-engine, then this just completely ends their turn. Because you'll go Caddy, on summon of any Kashtira monster, you bounce the Caddy, add the Penny. In a new chain, ask for triggers, because you legally have to ask if they have a trigger first, and if they do, then you can just chain the Forest to negate their monster and prevent it from attacking, which I didn't realize initially is actually permanent, so that's a bit screwed up. And if they have another thing, then you can just, if they have Theosis, you can just Sprint, bounce that special summon monster in hand. If they have anything else, summon the penny off of Caddy, and then go into either Herald or the Compulse. Honestly, I go into the Mary Melfy's Compulse significantly more than I go into the Herald. So like I saw people cutting it earlier on. That's just not correct. 100% play both synchros. If anything, actually no, play both synchros. I'm gonna say cut Herald. Don't do that.
Yeah, no, Herald comes up too.
Yeah, so definitely play both of those. Mannequin Cat. Thank God Jackie told me to play this because this came up so often and it was insanely good.
Yeah, this is third gigantic Sprite. It's like crazy. You just summon a dark monster to your opponent's field, or if your opponent already has a dark monster, you summon any card to their field.
Yeah, full combo. And if Kastira hand traps you, you just summon this in defense, summon their hand trap to their board, and then it just ends their turn.
Yeah,
it's hilarious.
Yeah, if they ash you, you just summon a red or a carrot from your deck, or if they shift to you, you just go, okay,
full Sprite combo.
Blue Jet starter.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just so good. It's so good. Also playing Onibimaru. I actually really like this card a lot. Really good in the mirror, obviously, punching over a red and then forcing out another interruption. I see people cut it. That is again incorrect. Never cut this guy. He is just too good of a guy.
Yeah, he's like the best removal rank too, I think.
100%. 100%. And we're also playing the Zeus package. Only one Zeus at this point. You can generally be okay ashing a Theosis and losing out on the Zeus, and a lot of the time they're just so scared of Mosquito that they'll get rid of Mosquito anyway, because this card is absolutely insane. I can't believe I didn't play it initially during Istria format, because the amount of times I've just stolen random ass games by punching into a big monster. That's actually how I won one game in top 32.
Yeah, I saw they had a Disparta, and then you put a counter on it, and then just like attack 3 times.
Yeah, it was so sad, but it was so freaking funny as well. And obviously Downer just makes it bigger.
Yep.
And the aforementioned synchros, these two, again, never cut this. If you do that, you're doing it wrong.
Yep.
Yeah, and this also came up, obviously. For the side, not too sure on it, honestly. Like, 3 Shifter, I believe, is correct. It just turn skips a lot of other opponents.
Yeah, all the Runic decks it's really good against.
Yeah, good against Runic, good against Dragon Link instead of like a Bestial. Like Bestial's also good if you have room for it, but I prefer the all-encompassing power.
Yeah, Shifter is like opening multiple Bestials where like yeah.
Yeah, like unfortunately it does screw up your sprint into angular plays, but like if you're against a deck where this just completely skips their turn, you just gigantic blue jet gamma burst game. Simplified game, say too funny. But yeah, just 3 of those. 1 Pankratops. Absolutely love this card. Just it's just as good as it was several years ago when I was at 3. Just being able to summon big boy, punch over, and then pop like it either forces out 2 interruptions or forces out 1, and like it's just very tedious to deal with, honestly.
Yeah.
And you've got the 2 Triple Tactics talents that I mentioned earlier. I really wanted to main them, but I couldn't justify it, obviously, in a low hand trap format. And going second, obviously, it's crazy, but still just, you sided it into Kashtira, though. It's such a free win. Like, opening Book plus this into the Kashtira board.
Yeah.
Book Fenrir, Steel Rise Heart, Big Zeus, full combo. Only played 2 Cosmics and 1 Duster. I wanted to play 3, but because I really don't like Floodgates. They're just very not fun for the game, in my opinion. And Labyrinth running around means that would be more, and this just helps get rid of it. Again, I want to play 3 Cosmic, just unfortunately did not have the room.
Yep.
On the topic of back row removal, though, I did also play 3 Evenly matches. However, I reckon I might rather prefer cutting the Evenly matches for Dark Ruler and trying to find room for the 3rd Cosmic in terms of back row removal. Because Dark Ruler, actually insane this format. I did not see it. I do now, and I wish I had it in my deck list. But these were okay. I didn't use them too often, didn't see them too often, but they're fine.
Yeah, still a good card.
Yeah, and obviously best going first card in this deck in the game right now. 3 anti-spell, turn skips a lot of Kashtira, and just really good against like purely branded Kashtira. And also stops Dark Ruler. Unfortunately, I think I only saw anti-spell twice. Once during Swiss, where it was actually really good, and because it just also stopped Rika, which was running around quite a bit, and it also stopped. I saw it in top 16. Unfortunately, he had the Fenrir and he had Ghost Ogred my Gigantic, which was very unfortunate, but it is what it is. Yeah, and that's the profile.
No worries. Okay, well, congratulations. Yeah, thanks for the profile.
Thank you very much.